guys, my name's Mightman, welcome back to yet again another weapon review video. Today we are going to be looking at the X-Python, and it's pretty much one of those weapons. It's kind of, after doing the X-Garand, this is kind of just a step down in a sense. It's my obviously honest opinion. So the X-Python is a 357 handgun ammo pistol. You can also change that to 55 ammo as well. It has 18 rounds per mag. Obviously this is going, I can't even say per mag because it's a cylinder. Takes a lot of time to reload. I think obviously this kind of stuff has been updated a base of, so I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to say this now. So it takes about 3.25 seconds to reload with a 9.6 degrees firing cone and a base chance of 15% critical chance for critical chance. You must be level 25 to equip it, and you must have, you would need 125 pistol to master it. Again, you need to be level 50 to craft this. Again, Clayton, please fix. Vest does 65 damage, non-crit, 325 with crit, and it has a 50% PvE armor penetration. Now, try to compare, I'm going to make a comparison in a sense because I feel as if this is a bit of a dramatic step down in terms of utility wise. So just to kind of compare it to the X-Garand from yesterday, so it doesn't actually tell me how many shots per second, apart from DPS down here, which isn't really that informative. I do feel as if this needs to be a bit more better, because with the old stats we're saying slow attack speed, very fast attack speed, that helped, I'll be honest. But to show it in game, so I do not have the 120 pistol skill to master this, just to clarify that before we get on from the get-go. So some of this may be a little bit skewed, but with the kind of stats and grinding utensils here, so let me just fix that. We are going to be firing quite a lot, and honestly, so 165 damage per shot, and that is a bit of a decrease from obviously the X-Garand, but this will still look good regardless. Now, bearing that in mind, we do have a boss size sitting 2 up, so I'll happily go and do this. Okay, so we are now here, so we are pretty much the base kit damage here, which is great. So let's just see how this goes. So this will do mainly criticals for me at least. I mean, it will one shot most things in the area. With the recent pistol buff as well, it does kind of help out at the same time. It is slow, but I do feel as if it's faster than the X-Garand itself. Obviously, with how this is obviously maybe like a Python Magnum pistol, I understand why it is slow. It kind of gives me a vibe of the Red 95, I think it is, from Resident Evil 4 with the stock. Now, base damage, it is okay. Like, the ammo uses is fairly cheap. The 357 is probably one of the kind of niche ammos that you can't really objectively get around this area. But you can buy it from markets, so it's not a particular issue. And obviously with the upgrade to, with the boost to 55 ammo, it does help to a degree. The rate of fire for me is an issue. It is taking a bit of time for kind of damage I'm doing. Like, obviously I'm just kind of focusing on trying not to get hit, but I've not really dramatic much health off anything here. Obviously this having to block titans, it's going to be making it a bit more difficult as well. But the gun at its base form, it is semi-solid. Like, I can't say it's particularly too bad. This will clear out most places at velocity there, or getting shoved. What was I saying? This will do you in most places. For example, in Raven Ridge, this will kill most things apart from, obviously kill most things, but what I mean is it won't take as much bullets, if that makes sense. So for example, you've got, whoa, the momentum on these guys is actually quite crazy. I'm going to switch it up right now. I'll finish obviously this bit of segment. Yeah, but at its base form, X-Python isn't particularly too bad. I wouldn't say it's the best kind of pistol to go for in mid-tier. What you'll find is quite a lot of the time when you are having that debate, do I go rifle, do I go pistol, what you'll find is rifles actually the stronger out of the two. Yes, the rifles might be a bit slow, and if I just look at the... Never mind, I can't look at it because it's not in the Wikipedia anymore. A Python is faster, but not by much. But if you have better reload, it would be faster to just constant shoot. As per second, yeah, 1.42. Yeah, so it is a bit of a dramatic difference here. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's really bad, but it will do you roughly with your base damage around Death Row and Raven Ridge. It wouldn't kill like your 1,000 arms, it wouldn't kill these bears. It will kind of help with the kind of nuance kind of zombies around the area, but realistically, without having the boosts for it, it's not going to be as helpful as what's going to be like this. Now, this is doing particularly good damage now with the boost of the dexterity. It is doing a lot more overall. The reload is quite quick as well. I don't know if that's maybe relating to dexterity, but it might be a placebo for me, not too sure. But it is firing a lot better. The potentiality of this does increase at the same time. Now, with compared to X-Garand, this is firing a lot more faster with the dexterity boost, and you will see the benefit of it, as the X-Garand only done about, not that far off the damage I'm doing now. Obviously, I need to be a little bit careful because these Charred Titans or Black Titans, if you're the OG fan, are actually really fast. I don't like the fact they're hitting them like rubber band me off of themselves and giving me a bit of momentum push. Like, I don't know if you've seen that earlier, but it's something I want to particularly avoid. But yeah, with max potential, this can deal with hordes. Like, with the kind of normal of just using it as base form, it doesn't really necessarily handle hordes particularly well, and it's not built to handle hordes in that sense. It's fundamentally just there to kind of be a main weapon that's for looting or dealing very high damage if you have the build, and that's fine. It's not as if it's horrible, but I feel as if going from X-Garand to this was kind of night and day in terms of my preferences. But again, this might fall into some niche of some people, as everybody has difference between what's better between pistol and rifle, and that's fine. Like, everybody has those kind of preferences. At its base form, I would rate it probably a 4 out of 10. With the potentiality of it with this, I would say it is better overall, but I am biased to a rifle, and I feel as if with the X-Garand it was just a massive kind of plus for that one. So I would rate it maybe about a 7. These things are very inexpensive as well. If I remember right, I think they're like 3-4 mil again. And that's not particularly too bad either. Considering obviously crafting recipe is a bit of a pain in the backside for like low levels, I can't say it's particularly too bad as a cheap go-to. Like, this thing will service late to mid game again. Like, it's not as if it's horrible. Like, again, it is better out there, but it's not actually horrible. But yeah, we'll finish off this boss dive, see what we can get, see if we take these down before I get walloped by this Sharp Titan as well, because it is starting to really annoy me, but I can't just one-hit it with the X-Python. Like, I want to bring up my Cryostorm just to clear this horde, because this is something this weapon is lacking to do. Oh, we're coming red now, so we've got Wraith, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we may be missing. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're actually missing one of the zombies here, so it's gonna be fun. We're nearly there. And again, just bear in mind, this route is kind of basing on the fact, obviously, I don't have the full capacity to use these weapons. This weapon, unfortunately, that's going to be the case for most, if not all, pistols. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to use my shotgun just to kind of make sure I loot this stuff, because I like to show off what I get. It's okay. And what? That's okay as well. But yeah, let me just check. I've got everything killed. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, guys, I hope this review helps. If this is something you particularly like to go for, I would probably recommend it in a sense. It's really not that bad of a pistol. It is your mid kind of tier pistol, so let me just type check it on the market. Yeah, you're sitting about 4 mil for this, and you know what? Yeah, for a collection item, less than 4 mil, depending on if you're looking for the 55 version. Yeah, this is, yeah, I don't know what else to say at this stage. It is a decent pistol. It just, going from the X-Garand to this, it just feels as if it's just a little bit of a letdown. But yeah guys, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed this, hopefully it was helpful and somewhat informative. Like I said, this will do you all around. It will struggle against specific zombies, and obviously in Wasteland this isn't an option, let's be honest. But yeah guys, thank you very much for watching, have a great day, great time, I shall see you guys later, and goodbye.